Before fleeing into the welcoming arms of the Allies, the king announced Italy had changed sides.
And the Italian army and the Italian nation just unraveled overnight, the night of September 8th, which is known also in Italian history as the catastrophe.
Italy was traumatized. Some Italians fought on with the Germans. Others were delighted to join the Allies. Italy now faced the horror of civil war. The German army wasted no time. They moved quickly to occupy the country, and Hitler personally ordered a daring airborne raid to rescue Mussolini from his mountain prison. Hitler installed Mussolini as head of a new fascist government, the Italian Social Republic, or Salo Republic, in German-occupied northern Italy.
It was a mere puppet government. It was a shadow government. That Mussolini technically ran the country, but he was at under orders of the Germans.
As Italy crumbled into chaos and civil war, the Ovazza family fled Turin and headed for a hotel close to the Swiss border. With Ettore were his wife, Nella, son Riccardo, and daughter Elena.
It must have been a tremendously complicated and tragic time for him. Fascism had failed visibly. It had collapsed. Mussolini had been deposed. The dreams of greatness had not measured up to reality.
Riccardo was of military age, and Ettore feared he might be seized. So he found a mountain guide to take Riccardo to Switzerland. Ettore gave his son 50,000 Swiss francs. A few days later, the Ovazzas were enjoying a meal together, believing their son was safe, until Gestapo officers sat down close to them. Tension filled the room. The Gestapo men told Ettore his son had been arrested for smuggling foreign currency across the border. Ettore was made to pay the bill. The three were taken to a school, commandeered by the German SS. Then Ettore Ovazza, the loyal fascist Jew, was led forcibly to the school's basement. Mother and daughter followed. Once inside, all three were brutally executed.
Incredibly, their bodies are then chopped up into pieces. A fire is lit, and they begin to burn these bodies right there in the schoolhouse. It's one of the strange and extraordinary ironies that among the first victims of the German occupation should be one of the most loyal adherents to fascism.
Ettore was one of the first, but there would be many others.
I took away the only person she ever loved, so she's gonna do the same thing to me.
The season finale of CSI, 9 o'clock tonight on 5.
Now on 5, with archive footage of executions and reprisals, we return to Italian fascism revealed.
In September 1943, the Germans occupied Rome. They immediately sent 5,700 Jews to extermination camps. Another 615,000 Italians were sent into forced labor in Germany. Mussolini, who the Nazis had installed as the head of the Salo Republic puppet government in northern Italy, said nothing. This new fascism was more brutal than ever. One of the first to feel its wrath was Ciano. In prison, he awaited the revenge of the father-in-law he had helped to depose. He wrote the last entry in his secret diary. The rest had already been smuggled to Switzerland by his wife.
The policy of Berlin towards Italy was nothing but a web of lies, intrigue and deceit. We were never treated like partners.